Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, today, another one, but totally different once again. First, a dad joke. Well, just a joke. How do you catch a bear? Anyone know? It's a good one. You dig a hole, you fill it with ashes, and you put peas all around the outside of the on the outside edge of the hole. And when a bear comes to take a pee, you kick him in the ash hole. You like that one? Was that better? I got a buddy on here that was razzing me about my dad jokes being not so good, so I figured I'd kick it up a notch. Anyhow, moving on. So today, as you can see what we're doing. I just wanted to point out, I got this case, and I'm sure anybody who's been, snooping around has seen this. I'm gonna call bullshit until I see some scientific data. That's just a lovely way to get some money out of you. That's Rolex. They can do that. They've got the data to prove that that's what kind of steel they're using. I'm gonna say this is nothing more than 316. Just an up label. But they like to get you monies. Anyhow, we're doing a VK63 build today. I want to do an automatic chronograph in the future, but just going to do the VK today. This one's for me. I did one for a friend for his 50th birthday just recently, and he loved it, and it went off with a lot of fanfare. So I'm making another one for me. Now, actually, that's not going to fit in there, is it? No. So I should have known better. We're going to gently put that down. Get our battery in and lock down. All right. Now, if you look on here, it says, after the battery is installed, be sure to short circuit the area and the battery connection. So between AC and the positive on the battery. That's going to be, let's see, take a pair of tweezers. Let's see, that's going to be AC. That's here. And the positive side of the battery is the top side. So anywhere on the back of the battery and this guy here. So let's go there first and there. Now that should have been all we needed to do. Okay, that just kind of resets the system inside here. So moving on, let's get, actually in the last one I did, oh for son of a, I broke the stem. I'm not used to working with these little stems. The VK stems are actually a lot smaller. Come on, you. So I broke one of the stems. Luckily, I had two movements because I was going to make myself one. So I had to order a couple more stems. Just in case I broke another, I ordered two because that's just smart. Work smart, work smart. Let's rub the crown out of there. Now this is a screw down crown and screw down pushers. That's why I went with this case. move that out. Come on now. And we'll just get that on there temporarily so that we can use the movement. And I gotta watch. How I broke it? I had it in my usual, the way I usually do. I actually twisted it too hard. I twisted the crown right off the stem. So that was a complete waste. I was very surprised that happened. Where's my hole? Where's the hole? Insert inappropriate comments here. There we go. Gee, I don't know how I missed that. Now this guy's basically going to work like a normal, your first position does nothing. You pull it out one, you can adjust your date, pull it out again, and that'll be your time adjust. Now this one has a date wheel, but the dial I have does not. That's okay. I'm not terribly concerned. And yes, of course, you can see what we're going with. This is for me, so it is what it is. I like the pandas. I like pandas. They're tasty. And it's only going to go in one place. And these dials are quite large. They're, oh, I can see it actually. That dial foot's a little on the bent side. Haven't even touched it. Didn't even do nothing. That one looks okay. Alrighty. Well, let's carry on. Oh, son of a... There we go. Hey. Let's see how that goes. Should be right there. Right like there. That's one. Where's the other? Where's the other? There's the udder. I think we just need to give it a push into the right place. There, felt it. Yep. Oh, I did feel it. There it is. There it is. Come on now. Alrighty. It's got to sit nice and tight down because of your subdials. There, we're nice and flush. Nice and flush. Now, what I'm going to do, like I said, this does have a date wheel. Crying out loud. So I am just going to go all the way around till I feel it click. So I know we're at midnight. Or at least close to. Come on. It's a quartz movement, so it'll be a pretty audible click, I'm sure. Eventually. Wow. Okay, well, I might edit this part out, just so you know. Yep, I'm going to get us around to 12 where I know it is. I'm going to listen for it. I might have missed it. Oh, I think I just felt it actually. But I'm going to make sure I do that again and clean this up a tiny bit. Make sure there's nothing on it because it's like an enamel dial. So I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay. Well, I'm fairly certain it just flipped over. Now I've got us 2 sets of hands here today because that's how small they are. These little guys are just super tiny. So, you never know. But, go about it as we always do. This guy goes first, hour hand always first. Tilt it up, okay. There we go. We are, if you can see, we are pretty much running level. So that's where I want to be. Next up, our hand, our minute hand. I will clean this all up real quick in our next commercial break before we get cased up. Yeah. Nope. Moving right along. So 2 of these sub hands are in white, and then the one is in red. Red guy is going to be seconds hand. That's this guy down at the bottom. It doesn't really matter where you put this one, because, well, hey, it's the seconds hand. The other 2 are the ones that matter. One's a 24-hour hand, and the other is your chronograph. Well, for the minutes of your chronograph. So this one first, and you know what? I saw a fella do this, and it worked. And this is how I did it last time as well. So I'm actually going to grab one of these guys with a flat nubbin on the end. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Here, I'll just use this one. Just a tool for spring bars. A spring bar tool. Just a flat guy. Because it's just a small head on there. And I don't have anything else that'll work. So that just sits right on. Just give it a little push, make sure it's seated. Make sure it's level. Looks good to me. Nope. Moment of truth. Hey, it's ticking. It's ticking, chicken. So, now, want to make sure we have the clearance. Make sure our hour hand is going to clear. Minute hand for sure. We've got to check that hour hand. That's the important part. And it's not gonna, you're not gonna have a lot of clearance there, but obviously you need what you need. Yeah, we need a tiny bit more. So before we disturb that hand, I'll just move you to there. You know the drill. Just got to give it a little bit of love. Just a little. And that should do it. And we are good. All right. Just so you can see what we're seeing here. Hope I wasn't blocking your view entirely. See that guy? We're just clearing the top of him. And that's exactly where we need to be. So, now, let's get this turned over, because the next hand is very important. We're going to do the 24-hour hand next. We want this to be right on midnight. Where are we turning over here? Oh, right there. About 4 minutes too. So we did okay there after all. Doesn't really matter, but we're going to try and make it matter. Make it important. This we want right bang on. So that's our 24-hour. Okay, come on now. There we go. Oh, and I put it down and I bumped the crown. These quartz movements are so you breathe on them and they move. Oh, come on now. There we go. Wow, just back and forth and back and forth. I mean, there's that tiny bit of play, and then it like jumps. Or it doesn't move at all, it seems. Well, I'm going to put it back there. Don't let me move. That was ridiculous. All right, now this one needs to go right at noon. Well, right at the 24, but straight up to the 12 o'clock. Okay, we're looking good. Now, next trick here, we're gonna get the watch going. And you need to start and stop and reset the stopwatch so that we know for sure that it's in the right place. So we'll start it and we'll stop it and we will reset it. Okay. Now it should be stopped and reset. Now we can set this little guy and the other hand. Your second hand for your chronograph. So let's get this little guy set first. He needs to be set dead center at 60. Oh, wrong tool. No pressure. Okay. We're looking good all around though. So now we're going to get this thing cased up. Now it's a little different again, I found out. Now just inside, where is it now? One of these holes. I'll see it in a sec here when I move stuff. Where were it? There it is. Just inside this little guy there. If I pull out the crown, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but down in that little recess, there's a little, that's where the clutch is to get your crown, the stem out. And it's only there in one position. Okay. Now, best thing to do for these guys, make sure your pushers are out all the way, and you come in from the pusher side a little bit, making sure you're clearing everything, and then come down on the case. Like so. Like butter. Like butter. Alright. Not sitting in the right place, but that's okay. Give it a little bit of love. Give it the love. Alright. So, being a dumbass, when I put the crown on, I didn't tighten it down all the way. So when I was trying to size my stem, first time I cut it too short. So, word to the wise, always get a couple extra stems. I always have a couple extra, because I'm glad, again, I had an extra one, or I would have been screwed again. Anyhow, glad this damn thing's for me. So, the other thing, again, these are finer than NH stems. So what I did was I actually took some flat screwdrivers. Wow, can't talk today. Pliers, and I held it on the up on the threads where I knew I wasn't going to need them, and just as hard as I can, give it a tighten, and then leave it. Don't go crazy with it, because last time I went crazy with it, I snapped the stupid thing off right there. So let's not, and say we didn't, and just don't, and move on. This looks good. It works good. We'll get it tightened down. And, oh, one other thing I did. This stem, or this crown, didn't have gaskets on it. The gasket's in the stem tube. So what I did is I still took it and stuck it in my, in the edge there and rolled it around on the edge as though there were gaskets on it. Still got some grease on the metal of the crown. Does just the same thing. So we should be good to go. Let's make sure we're looking all right. Check our functionality. Oh, that's working beautiful like. Nice positive clicks, nice positive button pushes. There we go, you guys. I've got my very own. Had to make one for myself because these dials are actually getting harder to find. So I apologize for all the relax builds. Just bear with me. I'll get it out of my system sooner or later. Won't take long. I'm just about done. So, but anyhow, nice Daytona mod. I'll take it. Looking good. Anyhow, I'm done babbling. Love you guys. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this one. Haven't done a VK build yet, so, and this one's for me, just because I wanted one. So, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for everybody's support. Appreciate everybody. I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers. Take care.